in education. This is Marta Perez, and our mission is to expose and inspire excellence in education. And our next guest will have had an excellent education because he turned out to be such an outstanding man in our community. Now, before I introduce him, please follow us on Facebook and send questions via our chat room. So now, allow me to introduce a very important man in our community who has helped shape so much of Florida's fate. He is Rene Garcia. He was born in Hialeah, Florida, and became a very dedicated public servant. And I say that because he has served our community with distinction, and that is something a little rare for politicians sometimes. But he has served with humility as a city councilman, a state representative, a state senator, and now as a newly elected county commissioner. As I said, he was born in our community in Hialeah. And please now allow me to welcome Commissioner Rene Garcia. Welcome, Rene.
Hi, doctor. How you doing?
Very well. Thank you so much for joining us. Commissioner, we are all very excited that you're a newly minted commissioner. And how do you like your job so far? And how different is it to advocate from the state level and from the county level for you?
Oh, doctor. First of all, thank you for having me on the program, and thank you for the introduction. I am a product of Hialeah. I'm a Hialeah boy all the way through and through. I went to Palm Springs Elementary, Hialeah Middle School, Hialeah Junior High back then, and then Hialeah High. So I'm a proud product of the public school system, and that's why I always support you and your cause and our public school system across the state of Florida. Um, but first, I think you asked what's the difference. Am I enjoying my job? I'm learning. I'm still in the learning process. Even though that I've had quite a few years of experience under my belt, it's a different
How
form
is
of.
it different, Commissioner?
It's a little different because um, the rules and policies of governance is a little bit different than from the state. In the state, I think things are more confined. Here at the county commission, you have procurement ability. You're doing contracts. You're doing policy. You're doing day-to-day operation for the county. So it's a little more cumbersome than it was at the state. At the state,
You
you're really
think
focused on policy.
you think it's harder to be a commissioner than to be a state representative?
I don't know if it's harder. It's just different. It's a little bit different, And local government, as you very well know, it's a day to day. It's a contact sport down here, and but I'm enjoying it, doctor. I really am enjoying it, and gives me an opportunity to continue to do the work that we were doing in Tallahassee. Our office was doing, especially in the area of mental health and substance abuse and the environment. So those are things that now I have a direct impact here in Miami-Dade County.
Do you think that your experiences at the state help you now as a commissioner because you know exactly how everything runs and where things go and so forth and who are the big players that you have to hit for to get things done down here?
Yeah, absolutely. The experience that nothing beats experience, right? And anything you do in life, experience, you get better with age only because you have life experiences, and that's what has happened to me. I think what I've been able to learn in the House of Representatives, on City Council, House of Representatives, and now when I was in the State Senate, I can bring all that back down to the Miami-Dade Commission, and it helps me navigate the process. Understands that there's different levels and different points that we have to go, pressure points that exist in the system, and my job is to try to figure out where they are, and then try to alleviate some of those pressure points so we can move legislation forward. And sometimes you have to put pressure points right to try to stop legislation. So it's not all about passing things. Sometimes you have to try to stop them, and it's interesting. I think the experience that I've been able to gather throughout the last couple of years have put me in a great place now, and it's a great opportunity to deal with my colleagues on the county commission and have great dialogue and conversation because everyone on there has has a wealth of knowledge and a great deal of experience that they bring themselves.
So you had to run. I mean, you've run many times. So you are a very experienced politician, but you had never run before during a pandemic.
He's going. He disappeared.
He disappeared. Uh-oh. So what happens now?
His signal.
Huh? His signal?
Yeah.
So what happens now?
We can just wait for a second.
Okay.
See if he comes back. No, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to just do a closing?
Just do a closing?
Yeah, because I don't think we're going to get him back.
Okay. So should I say something like, unfortunately, we lost?
Right.
Okay. Unfortunately, we lost the signal to Commissioner Rene Garcia. And thank you so much for joining us on this Facebook program, Excellence in Education.